Hi, this is Tomas from the 3D Applications team. In this tutorial, you will learn how to extract and analyze fibers in your dataset. The Avizo X Fiber extension provides specific support for tracing the centerline of fibers, filaments, or other fiber-like structures that have a relatively fixed and constant diameter. The method allows for robust and accurate centerline tracing of individual fibers, even in cases of noisy data or densely packed fibers, as long as the fibers are resolved with at least a few voxels for the diameter. In detail, this tutorial explains how to extract centerlines of tube-like structures from various modality acquisitions. It is organized in three steps. First, how to compute the normalized cross-correlation to enhance fiber structures. Second, how to trace centerlines to create a spatial graph of the separated fibers. And third, how to derive statistics from the spatial graph of the fibers. The dataset used in this tutorial is an ultra-high-performance fiber-reinforced concrete, courtesy provided by Dr. Alenka Mauko and Dr. Aljosa Sajna from the Slovenian National Building and Civil Engineering Institute. To start, load the file Data Tutorials Fiber Tracing concrete.am into the Avizo workspace. A green data icon appears in the project view, and depending on your preferences, an author slice appears too. You can take a look at the data by attaching a volume rendering module. Attach a cylinder correlation module, found in category Fiber Tracing, to the data. The module cylinder correlation is used to enhance fibers or tube-like structures in various modality acquisitions, such as X-ray microtomography, as illustrated in this tutorial. The module computes the cross-correlation of an image with a hollow or solid cylinder template in all 3D orientations. Therefore, it uses a cylinder template that it is trying to correlate with the data. Before starting the computation, this template needs to be well defined and to fit with the fiber structure of the data. This is done by specifying the length and the radius of the cylinder. Alternatively, a visual cylinder template is provided to easily set those parameters. For this, enable the visual cylinder port in the cylinder correlation module. A slice appears in the viewer to visualize the data. Translate and rotate the slice to best fit the fiber structure. Once a fiber structure is visible on the slice along its main orientation, middle-click on the fiber once at the start point and once at the end point to set the length of the cylinder. If the length is not satisfactory, repeat middle-clicking twice on the data for end and start points of another fiber. The next step is to define the radius of the cylinder template. The slice can now be changed to see the cross-section of the fiber on which the visual template has been set. Left-click on the visual template and move the mouse to interactively change the cylinder radius until it fits the cross-section on the slice. By using the visual cylinder, the outer cylinder radius, the mask cylinder radius, and the cylinder length ports are automatically set. Changing those ports while visualizing the template will interactively change the cylinder shape. Alternatively, the values can be based on prior gathered information about the structures or on measurements taken from the image data. The measurement tool is often useful to determine reasonable length and radii. Note that those parameters are specified as radii. Diameters need to be divided by 2. In this example, we take slice number 50 and define outer cylinder radius and mask cylinder radius. The mask cylinder radius is defined larger than the outer cylinder radius, and the inner cylinder radius is 0 in this case, as we are dealing with solid fibers that are not hollow. The cylinder length defines the template length in physical units. A longer template is more robust to noise, but it also reduces the sensitivity to curved structures and to the ends of structures. A longer template also requires you to stay further away from the image boundary. Please read more on limitations in the user's guide. A reasonable compromise depends on image quality and the structures to be extracted. In this example, a cylinder length of 30 is a good compromise. The trade-off is different for other structures. The last important parameter is contrast. This specifies the contrast of the signal to be detected. In this example, fibers are lighter than the surrounding image, so you should select bright on dark. To summarize, set the parameters to cylinder length equals 30, angular sampling equals 5, mask cylinder radius equals 8, outer cylinder radius equals 4, and inner cylinder radius equals 0. Additionally, make sure that bright on dark is checked in the contrast port. Click Apply. For the example project, the computation of the correlation field takes a few minutes. Note that this time consumption is not representative of what it would be for the whole dataset, since the time consumption is not a linear function of the dataset size. The algorithm requires you to internally add a fixed size border to the dataset, which has an effect on the time consumption for small datasets, but has a negligible effect on large datasets. Depending on the graphics card and the size of the input image data, the computation of the full image data might take up to several hours. The second step deals with the tracing of the centerline. As a result of the cylinder correlation, two new objects, concrete.correlation field and concrete.orientation field, will be connected to the cylinder correlation module. The concrete.correlation field data object stores the maximum cross correlation, and the concrete.orientation field stores the orientation of the cylinder corresponding to this correlation. These two data objects also store information about the cylinder template that was used to compute the correlation in the respective data parameters. This information will then be used to correctly preset parameters of the trace correlation lines module, which traces center lines of tube-like structures. Attach a trace correlation line module to concrete.correlation field, which can be found in category fiber tracing. Choose concrete.orientation field as orientation field input of trace correlation lines module. Set parameters minimum seed correlation to 150, minimum continuation quality to 75, and direction coefficient to 0.1. Also, change the search cone length to 20, the angle to 30, and line parameters minimum length to 10. Leave the rest like it is. Trace correlation lines traces lines that start at points whose correlation value is greater than the value of minimum seed correlation. It is useful to inspect the correlation field to determine an initial value to refine the choice. If too few lines are extracted, consider lowering the value. If too many lines are extracted, consider increasing the value. The initial values should be chosen so that all points with a greater correlation value are clearly useful seed points. It is not necessary that the given fiber looks continuous on the correlation score image, but the fiber cannot be traced if it has not at least one voxel above the minimum seed correlation threshold. The minimum continuation quality controls where line tracing stops. If lines are unexpectedly short, try a smaller value. If lines are too long, try a larger value. The purpose of minimum line distance is to avoid that additional lines are traced inside the diameter of other lines, which might happen if correlation values are not clearly separated. To determine a reasonable distance value, use the measurement tools. Another data-specific parameter is the direction coefficient. If the tube-like structures are more or less straight, a smaller value is appropriate. If the data also contain curved lines, a larger value might be appropriate. Once all parameters have been configured, click Apply. For the example network, the extraction of the center lines only takes a few seconds. For larger datasets, you should expect the computation to take several minutes. The result of the module trace correlation lines is of type spatial graph. To display this object, right-click on the results icon in the project view and choose Spatial Graph View from the context menu. For further information on the data structure, click on the icon in the project view and then click Help in the Properties area. In the last step, we want to compute basic statistics for the tracing results. Basic statistics are available from the spatial graph computed by the Trace Correlation Lines module. The module internally applies a spatial graph statistics module to compute statistics of each center line, including 1. Chord length, which is the straight distance between start and end point of the segmentation. 2nd, curved length, which is the curved segment length. 3rd, tortuosity, which is the curved length divided by the chord length. And 4, orientation of the segment between the start and end points by using the angles theta and phi. Those statistics are stored as attributes in the spatial graph, and those attributes can be displayed in the table view with the Show button of the spatial graph module in the table port. It is also possible to use a separate spatial graph statistics module on this attributed graph to output the statistics in a regular spreadsheet. Attach a spatial graph statistics module to the generated spatial graph. To do so, right-click the green data object correlation lines. From the context menu, select Measure and Analyze, then click Spatial Graph Statistics. In the Properties area of the Spatial Graph Statistics, click Apply. A concrete.statistics spreadsheet is generated and displayed in the project view. Select the concrete.statistics spreadsheet and then click Show. A new dialog box will be displayed that presents the results in a table. To summarize, in this tutorial you should have learned how to compute the normalized cross-correlation to enhance fiber structures and how to trace center lines to create a spatial graph of the separated fibers. Finally, you should also have learned how to derive statistics from the spatial graph of the fibers. Goodbye, and thank you for viewing this tutorial.